I think that's wonderful. Welcome back. I'm still talking with a very talented Nell Harper, who's going to sing for us in just a few minutes. But before that, I'd like to introduce a very, very interesting couple. Now, they're both anthropologists. They've been married to each other for 15 years. But more importantly, they've just spent a year on a tiny Polynesian island, and they've written a book about it. Please welcome Doctors Jane Keller and Raymond Michelson. How are you? Welcome to the show. You know Nell Harper? How are you? Well, let's start with a little geography. What was the name of the island that you spent the year on?
Boratania.
Ton.
Boratania is the name recognized by the United Nations.
Although you know how behind the times the UN is.
We were...
Ton is the name the islanders took after the revolution last year.
Still, the correct name is Boratania.
They've got Ton on the T-shirts at the airport.
True.
Be that as it may, you've written a very wonderful book about that year on Boratania.
Yes, we...
Ton.
We call it Growing Up Below the Equator.
Wait a minute. I think I just bought that book.
Ah.
Isn't it about raising children in a primitive society?
Yes, it is, Nell, and we found some amazing similarities between Western society and Boratania. All in all, it's a little bit like Pittsburgh with the beach.
I can't agree.
You,
see, the
take, for example, our own son.
Well, let's not discuss our family on television,
Just
Raymond.
for an example.
Yeah, how many children do you have?
We have the one...
7.
Boy, Milo.
Ray doesn't count the 6 children I helped support in Laos.
I thought that was Korea.
It's Laos.
Laos.
It's always been Laos.
Not Korea.
And I'm just sick of you calling it Korea.
Well, anyway, we discovered that our son Milo experienced the same problems in relating to his Boratanian peers that he had back home.
Well, that's because you made him so neurotic about being short.
I did not make him neurotic.
You
about
put lifts in his
being
tennis shoes,
short.
didn't you?
We're going to be right back. We'll take a short break and continue our fascinating discussion with these two scientists. Stay there. We'll be back in a minute.
I did not make him neurotic. I merely explained to him that being short was insignificant and unimportant.
I hardly think insignificant is the proper word to use for a 15-year-old boy who's 4'2".
Listen. Listen, if I can just make a suggestion. Now, I think we're getting a little bit off the track. And when we come back, if we can just get into the book and kind of get a little more general about it, your son's experiences, for example. But what was the thing that they did, that game that the kids played on the island? Wasn't it similar to our baseball?
Yes, it is similar. Gary, it's quite similar, only they use a coconut instead of a baseball.
Very hard. It's a lot more dangerous than
Jane was
baseball.
always a little afraid Milo might get hit in the head with a coconut.
And he did.
Well, he's forgotten about it. I don't...
Well, of course he forgot
why you
about it.
don't
It's because he had a temporary loss of memory right after the game.
See, now that's perfect. That's the kind of thing we want to talk about. I mean, it must be a fascinating experience to be involved in another culture.
Oh, please.
No thanks. No thanks to the boy's mother. If she had her way, he'd have spent the whole time in a hut playing with that stupid computer she drug
Will you
along.
stop? Will you just
Do you
stop?
think that she went to one of his coconut ball games? Gary, they were into playoffs with the island of Cava.
That's
and
Benegal.
I just wanted the kid to have a little fun, that's all.
It was supposed to be a learning experience.
Well-
He wasn't there to just have fun.
But you know, kids learn more when they're having fun, don't you think?
Yes, I do, Nell. I think that's true. Only he would have had fun if his mother had been a little less overprotective.
A 15-year-old boy still needs protection.
But sometimes children need protection from the very ones that are trying to protect them.
Oh, look at this. What are you doing, trying to say that I'm keeping my son dependent on me? Is that
If
what you're
she's not saying it, I certainly will. Good observation,
Well, why
Nell.
don't you take Nell with you to Terra Uza next year?
Why not?
Instead of me.
At least she listens to me.
How long is she going to listen to you after you've eaten bark for 2 weeks?
Please, I didn't mean to start anything. I was just listening.
Which is something Jane has never done.
I'd like to know where you get off telling me how to raise my child, sweetheart.
Well, it's just that I hate to see a child caught between two parents. Because you know what happens? It always ends up with the kid being hurt.
All right, here we go. Well, welcome back. We've just been having a wonderful, if not lively, discussion about growing up on this Polynesian island. And I must say, I was so impressed, Nell, with your knowledge about children and relationships and so forth. Now, I mean, this is in no way denigrating a singer, but you're a wonderful singer. But your knowledge, your grasp of child psychology, have you been interested in that for some time?
Well, yes, but, well, up until recently, my major was child psychology at Glen
No kidding.
College, yes.
Glenlawn.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
With Professor Barrett.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Hey, yeah. Barrett is a very old friend of ours.
Old. The man is old, okay?
Matter of fact, he's watching the show right now. Lionel, this girl is terrific.
Oh, she is? Well, put this in your banana leaf and smoke it, Raymond. You're a third-rate anthropologist.
That again.
You're an incompetent
Yes,
father,
yes.
and you're a lousy camper.
This mere girl knows more about children than you and your 12 Koreans will ever
from Laos,
know.
from Laos.
No, really, I'm really not that good. Because if I were, Professor Barrett wouldn't have passed me over when he chose the students for the child psychology program at Stanford.
He passed you over?
Yes, he did.
Oh, Lionel, what is the matter with you? Are you drifting again? This young woman is exactly the sort we need in the field. Don't give it a second thought, Nell. You go back, get your degree, give me a call. I can get you into 50 training programs.
You can do that?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, sure, just like he did with that Linda Fleming.
Jane.
And Sarah Mindlin.
Please.
And little Tina Morgan.
Jane,
I hope you like Brahms.
those were just students of mine.
Did you hear that, Professor Barrett?
Now, wait a minute, Nell. Does this mean that you're going to go back to college and give up that shot with a singing career?
Yes. And just wait till he sees what I carve on my desk next year.
Well, aren't you going to sing for us?
Well, I didn't say I wouldn't sing. I mean, although I am going back to school, but I wouldn't miss a chance to sing in your show for all the tea and tauntaun.